Hi, it's Matthew Dixon of mindaid.ca. I've got some news, and it was a big week for me. I heard back from CDR Acadie. It's one of the staff members there. He got back to me talking about how to make Mindaid a cooperative or a nonprofit. And so I talked to him. He'd been looking over my website the last couple of weeks and said that Mindaid could qualify as a cooperative. It would work out. And he suggests, so for cooperatives, you can have a nonprofit cooperative or a for-profit cooperative. Mine would be a nonprofit cooperative. Or I could make it just a plain nonprofit. And I haven't bitten the bullet yet, but he said it would qualify for that. He laid out some of the steps I'd have to take next. One would be a pitch deck. He said that's one of the first things I could work on to attract or to present to funders who would be giving donations to Mindaid. And he said I need 3 people. And anyway, the phone call got cut off after about 40 minutes or so, and we still had things to talk about, and I'm trying might be able to talk to him here tomorrow before Christmas. If not, it'll be after Christmas. And so I didn't get everything cemented in my head what he said. Not that I'm a cement head, haha. But so I'm a little bit scattered on the things. I had some more questions for him, but from my memory, what he said was I would need 3 members to form a cooperative, and at least 2 would have to be from New Brunswick. So I've got me, I'm from New Brunswick, and one other person. There has been someone who is interested in being involved in either a nonprofit or cooperative for Mindaid, and she hasn't bitten the bullet yet either. She hasn't had to. I haven't said there's no commitment yet necessary. And there's another lady in Alaska who was interested in being a part of it. So there's 3 who've expressed interest. One other person said they were interested, just not right now, and they'll keep tabs on me for in the future. They might be able to become a member. And these so he said $20,000 would be a good starting amount to get to help pay for admin and whatnot. He said to initially set it up, the paperwork is maybe $200 or $300 to fill out to apply to be a cooperative or nonprofit. And so he said that amount, but then he also said 2 or 3,000 or 2,000 maybe to start off. So I'm not sure what the other 1,800 would be if it was 2,000. I don't know what that would be needed for. And then the 20,000 would be more a bit further down the road after you get it up and running, which would be, but still in the early days. The 20,000 would be for admin and whatnot, for running, I guess, some salaries or whatever, however you frame it, that sort of thing. I don't know about salaries, or at least paying someone like a freelancer to do like an accountant or something, or admin. I'm not sure. I have more questions about that. So he said you could ask someone, some buddy or some group with a lot of money to donate that initial 20,000, not to go to the cause of mental health in developing countries, but to just go to run the cooperative to start out. He said once you get that, that'll last you for quite a while. Then you can start asking for more regular donations, which would be like typical donations are. You would ask for whatever, a large sum of money, and then 90%, 95% of that would go to the cause, and 5 or 10% of that, whatever the overhead is, would go to the Mindaid nonprofit cooperative. So it's I do feel a little bit of pressure to once you start this, it's a commitment for sure. And historically with me, I've had to steer away from commitments with my health, my mental health. It's especially big commitments. But anyway, so part of me is excited about this. I still have to wrap my head around some of the stuff, and I haven't committed for sure to do this. I haven't pulled the plug yet, but I do. Yeah, I've got more questions to start off on this. So anyway, that's just to be able to think about it and start thinking about, like, this might actually happen very soon, like in the coming weeks and months. That would be huge. So I'm conscious of my own mental health. I'm also at an opportunity now to be able to set up my life that would work well for me. I would love to be in an environment where I thrive. I really would. I mean, we all would. So many of us, though, are thwarted with workplaces that don't fit that aren't the best environments for us. Yet we have to stay there because we need a paycheck. So I would love to be, and I've just had so much torment from my brain for so many years. I'd really like to just be someplace where I'm happy. I really would. And if I could make if other people, staff members for the Mind Aid Cooperative, I would love to make that wonderful workplace for them. Wonderful. That'd mean the world to me. And so I think about that. And anyway, so part of me is hesitant to jump into it. I just still want to learn a bit more about it and visualize it a bit more, what I'm getting into. But another part of me is really thrilled to be able to think that this might actually happen pretty soon. And I think, wow, if I can get more people involved in this and raising more funds to help people with mental illness in developing countries, because what they're going through is horrible. And I was lucky. I got out of it. I got out of mental illness, and I'm doing well now. And I'd love to make that more possible for more people. So yeah, it's sometimes I have to put myself aside. I've been so focused on me for so many years, on my own mental health. It's I guess I'm probably reaching the point now where I can say, Matthew, you can just get up and do things now. Like, why don't you just get up and do things? So yeah. Anyway, that's my news. It's a big week. That call was yesterday when he told me that. So yeah, it's yeah. So he said, get a one of the things I could work on is a pitch deck, a presentation, slides to present to funders to encourage them to donate to Mind Aid. So I've got some ideas for that. I could probably, if no one else helped me, I could probably put something together that would do a decent job. But I want to ask the CDR Acadie guy, who actually said it's not CDR Acadie anymore. It's now Impact Co-op. As of a week ago, they've changed their name, or there's been a restructuring. But I want to ask some people what to put in a pitch deck. What are they, for these types of people or groups I'm approaching? What are they looking for? So yeah, the pitch deck, I want it to be professional looking, and someone told me Beautiful AI or Beautiful.ai. It's a website. It uses AI to make professional looking graphics for you, whether presentations included in those. You can get a 2-week free trial, and if I can figure out what I want to put in the pitch deck first, get the free 2-week trial, and then get that made, I could use that for probably quite a while until I can get more money to have presentations made more professionally with a bit of money. Yeah, I also have someone on Fiverr. A lady recommended her graphic designer on Fiverr to me, and he said he could put 20 slide pitch deck together for about $100. So I might do that. I know Brad Blazer, who he's big. He says the pitch deck is so important. He says you really want that looking professional. an unprofessional looking pitch deck can basically have people say, no, I'm not going to work with you. So yeah, anyway, that's the latest. And yeah, so I'm also, I guess I'm looking for still more people who want to join the cooperative. I guess I don't know what the maximum limit you can have for people in a cooperative. I don't know if there is a limit for that. That's another one of the questions I have for him. But if anyone's interested in becoming a member with or being a potential staff with a salary down the way, look at me offering jobs. Look at me offering jobs. Wow, that took a while. Wow. Wow, that's nice to be able to say. It is. It's really nice to be able to say. And I guess the other thing I'm looking for is people who would have connections with uh, funders, wealthy people, groups, whatever, or anybody really. I know Scott Harrison of Charity Water. He has a lot of wealthy people giving him large sums of money, but another uh, big part of his revenue comes from individual small one-time donations. I think 60%. I could be wrong, but I think it's 60%, if not 40%. I think it's 60% though, of all his revenue comes from individual small donations from people all over America and the world. So yeah. Anyway, talk to you later.